The following notice of public hearing was published in the Hartford Courant on Tuesday, May 24th. Town of Enfield legal notice. The Enfield Water Pollution Control Authority will hold a public hearing in Enfield Town Hall Council Chambers at 820 Enfield Street, Enfield, Connecticut, on Monday, June 6th, 2022 at 6:45 p.m. to allow interested residents the opportunity to express their opinions regarding the proposed sewer service fees and rates for fiscal year 2022 to 2023. Information can be found in the office of the town clerk or at www.enfield-ct.gov. By Sheila Bailey, town clerk, dated May 19th, 2022. Ground rules for this public hearing. There is no time limit, but I do ask that each person not take up too much time so everybody has an opportunity to speak. After each person who desires has had one chance to speak, I will permit those people who desire to speak a second time. After those individuals who desire to speak a second time, will allow people who want to speak a third time, and so on and so forth. And we just ask that you be respectful. So, if anybody would like to come up for this public hearing, and it's a public hearing on the sewer fees only. So, ma'am, we're going to have the special. We'll have our regular meeting and the agenda afterwards, but right now is just for the sewer fees. Okay? Okay. Pretend we didn't see it. We ask that you state your name and address for the record.
Karen LaPlante, 166 North Maple Street in Enfield. I had to chuckle when I read the resolution 6237 in the Water Pollution Control Authority special meeting minutes of Monday, May 16, 2022. I quote, "Whereas the Enfield Water Pollution Control Authority values the opinions and comments of its constituents, and whereas in accordance with Section 86-52F, the Water Pollution Control Authority must hold a public hearing on the proposed sewer service fees and rates for the upcoming fiscal year," end quote. So now that we have established that you value my opinion, I will take the one opportunity a year to give my opinion and comment. I find it hard to believe, as the Water Pollution Control Authority, you are in charge of a $9 million budget, yet there are no meetings as the Water Pollution Control Authority to discuss this. No meetings to discuss the projected revenue, no meetings to discuss how you arrive at the rates, no meetings to discuss capital improvements, no meetings to discuss plant additions or the status of the facilities. Yet somehow you are able to have one meeting a year to set the date for the public hearing and another to have a public hearing and set the rate. The decisions of the Water Pollution Control Authority should be decisions of the authority. Even though the town council members are the Water Pollution Control Authority, these two entities are two separate entities and should have all separate meetings. One should not have to go through the vast pages of the minutes of the town council meetings to find out what is going on with the water pollution control plant or why money had to be transferred to purchase a new forklift. The money paid for revenues should be going into the WPCA, not the town of Enfield. Unfortunately, there is not any data to determine if the rates are fair and even necessary. No data on money received versus dollars billed. No data on how much was spent on collections. No data on how much past due receivables were outstanding or collected this past year or two. No data on usage or current rates, under the current rates. How do you determine these new higher rates are necessary? How much money is in the fund balances attributed to the Water Pollution Control Authority? Can any of you answer any of these questions? Some of this information may be buried in the town of Enfield budget, but it should not be. I know you are all elected volunteers, but please consider holding separate WPCA meetings to discuss all WPCA issues. Thank you.
Thank you, Karen. Would anybody else wish to speak on the public hearing for the sewer fees? Anybody else? Anybody for a second time? Okay. I declare the public hearing closed. And Sheila, do we have to do a separate roll call now? Okay. Do I have to close the public hearing and then open a new one? Okay, just do a separate roll call? Okay, Sheila, can we have a roll call for the WPCA meeting, please?
Vice Chairperson Sakala.
Here.
Chairman Crisati is absent. Commissioner Despard.
Here.
Commissioner Finger.
Here.
Commissioner Hopkins.
Here.
Commissioner Ludwig.
Here.
Commissioner Mangini.
Here.
Commissioner Pisner.
Here.
Commissioner Santinella.
Here.
Commissioner Ungary. 9 members are present and 1 is absent.
Thank you. Item 2 on the agenda is discussion resolution adopting the 2022-2023 sewer service fees. Get to the resolution. Resolution setting sewer use charge rate for 2022-2023 billing, whereas in accordance with Chapter 103, Section 7-255 of the Connecticut General Statutes, the Enfield Sewer Authority held a public meeting on June 6, 2022 at 6:45 p.m. in the council chambers in the Town Hall, 820 Enfield Street, Enfield, Connecticut, hearing comments on the proposed 2019 that should be 2022-2023 sewer service fee schedule, so we'll have to amend that. Therefore, be it resolved, the Enfield Sewer Authority does hereby adopt the sewer service fee schedule attached hereto as Attachment A, prepared by the Town Manager's Office.
So moved.
Thank you. By Cindy, seconded by,
Matt.
right, but it's not Councilman. It is Commissioner Despard. I wanted to make sure I got it right. Thank you. So before we do discussion, we'll need to amend the resolution. It says 2019 to 2020 sewer fee. So I don't know if we want to just do a friendly amendment on that. Okay.
Yeah, I think you should have a friendly amendment.
Okay. Somebody want to?
There's a typo. It says 2019-2020. Should be 2022 to 2023.
2023. So does somebody want to make that amendment and second it?
I will make the amendment. And on the
Commissioner Pisner?
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Yeah, no, you're good.
I was
Yep.
going to make the amendment from 2019 to 2020 to 22 to 23.
Motion done by Commissioner Pisner, seconded by Commissioner Mangini. Do we have to approve that? I'm sorry, go ahead, Sheila. Just
can
a show
just
of
do a
hands,
show of
right?
hands, yes.
Okay, a show of hands on the amendment to the resolution? Perfect. Okay, now discussion on the main resolution. Sensing none? Oh, go ahead, Commissioner Ludwig.
I don't know if John, if you're willing to come up, just could give people an idea. I know what our reserves are, currently, and also, are we still collecting back unpaid? I know we hired a lawyering firm a few years ago to do that. I know we collected around a $1.3 million in unpaid sewer fees over there. Are we still doing that? And that's one of the reasons why our we have a surplus which can cover, the balloon payment that we owe this year. If you just give a little background there. Thank you.
Yes, as of June 30th, 2021, we had a fund balance of $2,150,000. And we have been using actually state marshals to collect back to sewer use fees. Usually, I think we give them a grace period of about, I think it's like 6 to 8 months before we'll actually refer them to the state marshal. And she's been doing a very good job of actually collecting the back due amounts.
Rough estimate how much we've collected doing it. We've been doing it for 2 years now, right? I know it was at 1.2, I thought, million.
Give me 1 second. I'll have to give you the. Yes, we've collected about almost $1.9 million in past due sewer fees.
So that program's ongoing.
Yes, it is.
Right. Thank you very much.
Anything else? Go ahead, Commissioner Mangini.
Yep.
Thank you, John. I know that this issue has come up before. Where are we with regards to the state of Connecticut paying their fair share for the prisons?
The state of Connecticut paid the entire amount about 2 years ago. It was $2,501,000, if I remember
they're paid
correctly,
up?
and they are paid in full.
They
Yes.
don't owe us any more money.
No,
Okay,
not for
thank
this
you.
project.
Thank you.
Thank you, Deputy. Thank you, Commissioner thank you, and Deputy Mayor. To Ms. LaPlante's point, I think it's really important that we think about having a separate entity, whether that's the town council meeting separately or whether we're pairing off a little bit of our authority and creating a separate entity to really think about future planning for the water pollution control system. It's a huge part of our town. And I'm hopeful we can do that in the future. I know there have been some discussions about that already, so I'm hopeful that there'll be some movement in the near future. Thank you.
Thank you. Sensing no more discussion, roll call, please.
Vice Chair Sakala,
4.
Commissioner Despard,
4.
Commissioner Finger,
4.
Commissioner Hopkins,
4.
Commissioner Ludwig,
4.
Commissioner Mangini,
4.
Commissioner Pisner, 4. Commissioner Santinella,
4.
Commissioner Ungary.
4.
9 members for and none against.
Thank you. Can I get a motion to adjourn?